welcome to Snarky Stitch and Quilt. We're going to get this eventually. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're on Flosstube number 2.
Yay! Thanks for coming back. Or if this isn't, you haven't come back, this is the first one. Thanks for joining. The first one we did was a little bit rough, but we're getting better. We actually have a nice
look at our
place. Yeah, we're indoors, and we went to a soda yesterday at a friend's house. Friends that Stephanie hadn't met, and so we sewed all day. New friends, and then we came over to Irving because we're heading to Cleburne today for their Fancy Stitches. Got it. There. Fancy Stitches annual sale. It started yesterday. They're open today, which is Sunday the 24th. You're going to see this after we go. We're going to buy it all. So, you know, whatever.
Not much point in going.
But they're closed tomorrow, and then they're open Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 10 to 5, and then Wednesday 10 to 4. You can check them out on fancystitches.com. They're also on Facebook, so if they do put messages out there, so if you need to check something, or you can call them. It's pretty easy to find their number. It's Fancy Stitches in Cleburne,
Texas.
Cleburne, Texas, yes. One more time.
See if you can see and I'm going to try to do some video and pictures while we're there today, and put them,
tag them on the
end, like I did our other stuff. Okay, I have a neat little thing. As I was heading out the door to go to Stitch Day yesterday, these actually hang by my front door, and this is the very first cross stitch I ever did. I have 2 pieces. This is a welcome, and there is Home Sweet Home. And they have a tag on the back. Can you see? I did them when I was in 4th grade, which would be about 9 or 10 years old. I always thought these were printed, but printed with the colors and you stitch on it. But I got to looking at them, and they're not. And they're actually on linen.
And really, the stitches are not bad for a first try and a 9 or 10-year-old. I mean, so, great job.
I was like, oh wow. So now I'm finally stitching on linen again. Hopefully a little bit better stitches now. So that is my Vintage Showgals Vintage Stitches. So, you want to show your haul?
Yes. This one I got back in beginning of February. Stephanie and our other sister Stephanie have this as well. It's a vintage, well, not maybe vintage. It's 2006 Prairie Schooler. Years. Yeah, so it's getting there. I got that, and I'm looking for the Davos fabric today when we go to Fancy Stitches, and then I will collect the floss. I just kind of wanted to show that in case. We might do a sew-along maybe in July, like Christmas in July. So if you have this or can acquire it, it's the 2006 Schooler Santa.
It's on a couple of different websites. I looked. I think maybe 123 Stitch and Everything Cross Stitch have it. But if you put 2006 Prairie Schooler Santa in a Google search, it'll come up. Several places have a couple of them.
And check Cobweb Corner. She cares a lot of vintage and stuff. She picks up things from stores going out of business and whatnot. So she's got a lot of that stuff, and her supply changes. She's also got a bunch of new stuff. She's also Cobweb Corner. She's also got a Flosstube. So go visit her. Give her some love. She gives discounts, and she's got great. Every time you buy something, you get bonus points and stuff. Also, I think on your first one, you get a free chart. Yeah, and if you buy clearance, the more clearance you buy, the more it goes down on discount. So shout out to her and get your Prairie Schooler. Or you could do any Prairie Schooler. I mean, Santa, they're probably all about the same. I think they're around the same size. So if you've got one of those, get ready for July. We'll do a sew-along. And then this is the one I got
Put it sideways.
Can you see it?
Here.
Sideways. Whoops. Can you see it?
I'll do it.
All
You
right.
talk.
So it is
Plum Street.
yes, it's Plum Street. It came from the Nashville market. That's the word. It's Plum Street. It is yellow polka dot bikini. I have a little weenie dog, and so the first one I ever got was the teeny weenie back at the beginning of February, end of January. The first time I went to, not the first time, probably the second or third time I'd been to Fancy Stitches, and Stephanie's like, look, and I'm like, mine. I said, is there another one? She goes, no. I'm like, okay, sorry, it's mine. So I'm gonna collect the rest of them. They've got a jeans and weenies and spring rolls and the Halloweeny one. That one's in my my wish list on 1, 2, 3. Really want that. So, and I talked about last time, and I didn't have the chart to show you. I talked about last time having a chart from 1994. Yep, from 1994. It came from Stitches and More in spring, which is not there anymore. I think it's called 3 Stitches. It is so cute, but some of the floss is hard to find. I've been to several places to find the stuff I was looking for. They were either out of it or they hadn't carried it in a while, and trying to help me. And I didn't tip. If you're going to take a picture of the requirements, take a picture of the front too, so you know what the color is. Because I had no idea what. I mean, I knew what White Whisper was, but what's Pewter Bulgare? I didn't know what the color was. Pewter, I can think probably
substituting
gray.
Or whatever.
Substituting. So I knew I was close enough. So shout out to Stitch Knits. They did help me find some stuff. They helped me more with another one. We tried to find the stuff for this, and they just didn't have it. I was able to, I went into Fancy Stitches. We went in together, and I'm like, you're not going to have this. And she goes, I bet you. And she was right. So I was looking for the White Whisper. It's fuzzy. Oh, I have needles. Don't know where those came from.
Okay. Surprise needles.
And then that's the Frosty.
Oh, Rainbow Gallery Frosty Rays. You can't tell, but it's iridescent.
Yeah. And then I found all of these. I had to buy the green.
Kreinik.
Yeah, I had to buy the green. And I was looking at the Kreinik, and I was hopeless.
This one's
and I was pulling the wrong one. And, yeah, that one I had to get from 1, 2, 3 Stitches because they were out of the green. She's like, no, you're picking the wrong one. What do you want this for? And I showed her, and she's like, oh, okay, no, this is what you want. So she was able to help me. They're really good. They've got all kinds of, I don't know. Okay, and I was able to find something that is a unicorn. They're hard to find. I found it at my Joann's in Grapevine, Texas.
32 count.
32 count linen. I paid, it wasn't very much, under $10, I believe, but they had a 50 or 60, I think it was a 60% coupon, and I was able to use it on this. And bonus, you know, it was under $4. Woohoo!
I never find that high count.
I was really surprised. So I need to get over to, don't go to my Joann's if you live in the area. And don't go buy it all. And if you do, buy me one. So that one I got kitted up and ready to go. I do need a black metallic, which they don't make the one that they say to buy. So I didn't find it. I didn't ask about it at Fancy Stitches because I was
going to do that today.
So I'll get that one today, hopefully. So I've got that. Dinky dies.
We got the beads.
We have the beads. So we already had the kit.
With the floss.
With the floss. It's silk floss. 16 meters of silk floss. I picked this up. It's the Jobelian that you go into the 28 count. So I got that. And I got the beads, which we'll split up so that we can do that. If you have that kit and want to do a sew along with us, you can.
Let us know.
It's fruit cocktail, but there's some other ones out there. I don't think you can find the fruit cocktail. We looked.
I looked. It's a Linden Place and Dinky Dyes. It was a limited edition.
But I've seen some other ones like strawberry lemonade and stuff like that. That is also that. So it's very similar. And the way they have it charted out is you start with the variegated, and it tells you where to start and finish, so you get the look of the sample. Yeah. So we got that one. Uh-oh.
Oops.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, we're back.
And then I forgot to show this in my haul last time. It was on the clearance at Fancy Stitches. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? I love Christmas charts. I make them into pillows for gifts or for decoration for my family. I have a huge family, lots of siblings, lots of cousins. And I was able to, and you're probably not going to get to see how beautiful this is, but I was able to find the hand-dyed
look, it's
thyme.
Thyme, yeah.
Thyme.
Like parsley, sage, and rosemary.
Yes.
It's showing up a little grayer.
But it's more greenish, bluish.
It's greeny, like herbs.
Yeah. And I was able to get the floss. I've been picking up the floss as I go. So I'm all, and this one has a mix of DMC. The chart actually states DMC, and then it's got some gentle arts and some wheat. Now, I don't have the whitewash in here because I have it in another one, my whip, which we'll talk about after she talks about
my haul.
Your haul. It's Stephanie's turn.
My turn. The other Stephanie.
The other Stephanie.
I actually have some other things I bought, but I'm not showing. I got my
it's guilties.
I got my Color and Cotton floss of the month that I get every month, but I didn't bring it out. But I did get this Color and Cotton in Onyx. Let's see, it's really dark. And I'm going to be starting, it's from Witchy Stitches on Etsy. It's the Salem Witches. It's a tombstone. And I'm going to be using this Color and Cotton. I didn't want it stark white. So this is Color and Cotton in Almond. So I thought it would look good. And I tried to start it last night, but I don't have magnification. And I'm blind. So I got half a stitch in before I gave up.
But it is beautiful, but you can't really see the details in that, but it is hand dyed, so it's molted kind of. It really is beautiful.
Yeah, it's
and if you're if you're a quilter and you know what grunge is, that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like grunge fabric. I like that. Okay, so but I do have, that's pretty much all my haul for. I haven't bought any more patterns because I was waiting for the sale.
Yay! And the clearance. And I'm going to find that whatever that rack is full of Santas, it's old. And a lot of them are unopened. I'm not sure where it came from. Maybe it was back in the back and they forgot about it. It's in the clearance section at the clearance closet. I'm going to pull it out and see what's in there because there was some cool stuff in there. And I didn't get a real good look at it because we showed up on the Saturday in February, at the end of February, we were at a retreat. We showed up at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock,
and they closed
at 5.
Or 5?
So so we got 2 full hours
in the clearance bin.
But that's not enough. So again, if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, go to Cleburne. There's some great food out there. There's a burger bar. There's a place called Susanna's for home cooking. Take your spouse, dump them there. And then go over there for a few hours.
And if you like quilting, go a little early and go to, what was it?
The Broken K Quilts by Dave.
Quilts by Dave.
Yeah, Broken K retreat. There's a retreat, but it's also got a quilt shop in front of it. Quilts by Dave. It's kind of hard to see on the road. You're probably going to go past it. Your GPS is going to want you to go a little further, but it's a house and the sign is not in a good place unless they've changed it. It's past the driveway and not, so you're going to miss it.
But it's red. The two buildings are red metal buildings.
You're going to find it. Get in there. He's got mostly batiks. He's a brand new shop, less than a year. He was at the Dallas Quilt Show. He's a great guy. His family's really nice. We've met one of his sons.
Yeah, he was so cute.
Yeah, he was very sweet, learning math. His dad put him in front of the cash register and said, "Okay, let's do math." So it's a really cute shop, mostly batiks, but he's getting to where he's buying better. He's learning what to buy, and he does quilting, and he does really good quilting. We've seen a lot of his stuff, and people are, we're dropping off quilts like crazy. So I'm going to talk about. Are we ready to talk about my whip? Oh no, our cute cook went to sleep.
Whips.
Okay, so my current whip is a a kit that I had picked up, a chart that I had picked up, not a kit,
Fancy
at
Stitches.
Fancy Stitches back in February.
When we went in February?
No,
Oh,
it was
before
when
that.
Stephanie and
The
I.
other
The
Stephanie.
other Stephanie.
This is a Lizzie Kate.
I love Lizzie Kate.
What's it called? Summer Alphabet.
Summer Alphabet, and it has the little bitty charms that went with it.
Teeny.
I paid half price for it. It's a lot more expensive at other shops, but it is a great chart, and it comes with the charms. And like I said, now the Needle Niche has it, and they've got a good price on theirs. It's not in clearance, but they do have a good price on it.
There's 2 little buttons, a teeny weeny pair of sunglasses, and a shell.
Yeah, and they go in certain places on there. There's
little sunglasses.
I don't think I've
Oops.
I don't think I've stitched the parts that go there. The sunglasses go on the flip-flops, and the shells go on the flip-flops, and the dots go on the flip-flops, and the shell goes down here with the owl in his little bucket.
In his little bucket down there. So you can see. Okay, go ahead.
And so my son threw away all of my
Q-snaps?
Yeah, my Q-snaps. I have one left that the other Stephanie gave me that's a 6-inch that was hidden and he didn't get it. I've ordered some more to do it. So, but I had a lot of my hoops. My son knew what my hoops were and did not throw those away. I have a ton of these hoops that I picked up at Tuesday Morning years ago when they were clearancing them out for $1 or $2. I have every size, a couple of different colors. Am I traveling? Yeah. I don't have a needle nanny, and so I do it. I kind of clipped it in there, and I lost my needle somewhere. So,
now you do.
Oh, lucky I have one. So I had to borrow one. Oh, I need to get in there. But okay, so this is where I am. I started. Oh, smart. It takes 2 of us.
We share a brain.
I started this March 2nd on a Saturday when I wasn't feeling so good after I had been all day at a Bonnie Hunter quilt class. Isn't this fun? You can actually even take it out of that. Should pop right up. There we go. And so I've tried to work on it every day. There are several days when I didn't work on it, when I went to the quilt show on the 8th and stuff like that. But I'm getting there, and it looks really good. I'm really enjoying it. I did have to do some substitutions because the amber color was a little dark for that, and it didn't show up. So I went with a yellow that I had that it said it was the...
Oh, the brighter yellow around the E.
Yeah, it was the substitution. So for most of this, I only used a couple of substitutions because I couldn't find what I was looking for. They were out. But I used mostly Weeks dyes, and then what was Crescent Colors is now Classic Colors. So I picked up those, and then like I said, and they didn't have the Gentle Art color that I needed, the pink, so that's a DMC. So there's 2 DMCs in there, but the rest of them are the Weeks and the Crescent Colors. Yes, and it turns out really good. Now the color's a little bit darker, and I had to use what I have. Fabric, this is 18 count, and it calls for 2 on 32. So it's going to be a little small. It's going to be, yeah, it's not going to be too bad. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. I love the kitty cat. Did you see how cute he is? All right, that's all I have. I only have one whip. I'm very monogamous. Now I have some UFOs that we won't talk about. My niece, who will be 7 at the end of August. Yeah, I have a stocking I started when she was born. Yeah.
I think you get on that.
She might get it for her 7th birthday. Her 7th Christmas.
I don't understand monogamous stitching or quilting.
I don't do that with quilting. I have all kinds of whips.
I have tons. I have, and I know it's not a lot to some people, but I have like 9 whips right now. I'd probably have more if I had the stuff to start them.
Yeah.
So I don't have a huge stash yet. I'm working on it. And I have the floss, but I don't have the fabric, or I don't have the fabric and I have the floss, or I have some of the floss. So there's probably more that I have that I would have going if I could. But I'm not going to show all my whips today. I'm going to show the ones I've been really working on the past couple weeks. So this is really a favorite of mine that I wanted to do. It's Susanna Folly Tombstone Angel by Kathy Barrick. I love Kathy Barrick's work. Glare on it. There. It says, in memory of Susanna Folly, who died December 22nd, 1799, aged 6 years and 4 months. So I love the picture of the angel on the tombstone.
That is cool.
So this, I'm tangled up. I'm gonna put this on the back so you can see.
Okay.
This is really, it's 32 count Belfast in cream, and it's real thin. So there's what I've gotten done so far. I'm using Color and Cotton that I got. Oh, it's not showing up.
Oh, you can't see it, but
It was in the very last Floss of the Month for February. It's Caramel Brownie. Let's see, Caramel Brownie. And
it looks like a brownie with a ribbon of caramel in it.
It's
so that's
dark,
really cool.
and you can kind of see on the stitching.
It's beautifully variegated.
It's dark and light brown, and I'm really digging stitching with it. I'm loving it. Oh, and look at my needle minder. It's a coffin. I got this from an Etsy shop. It's wood. Here. I got this from an Etsy shop called Retro Magic Fripperies. And it says, saved by the stitches. Focus. There it goes.
Oh, that is really cool.
So they have all kinds of wooden needle minders and floss holders. They also have stuff for knitters. If you knit, they have like needle gauges and things like that. So I'll put a link in the show thingy down there when I upload this. Okay, so last week was spring break. Well, week before last. I've been back to school a week. I'm a teacher, if you don't know that. But so last week was spring break, so I sat and stitched a lot, and I've been trying to get this piece done because I just want it done. I love it, but I just want it finished. So this is Stitchrobia's. It's called Be Inspired, and I'm getting there.
Yeah, you've got 3/4 inch done. You've just got that one last.
I've just got to finish the black stitches there, and then fill in all the color. I don't have, because it was a PDF, so I don't have a good picture to show you. If I can find one, I'll try to stick it in the video later. But in that quadrant, that's a lighthouse right here. This is a lighthouse, and there's a girl. This is the top of her hair. So,
oh, I see the lighthouse.
Yeah. So see, this is a sailor hat. Can you see?
Mhm. I do.
The white sailor hat.
Mhm.
So I'm really loving it. I hope to get it finished in the next few weeks, and put this in the FO pile. So that's my 2 main whips. I do have some others. I'll try to show them next time. And I said I would never, ever, ever, never, ever do a full coverage piece. Never say never. Never say it. Because this past week I did start the Colossal Octopus. It's not a Haid. I can't remember the name of the company. It's over there, and I can't get to it. But
it's over
there. Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted the picture of it, and it's the big octopus coming up out of the water around the ship, and it's been fun. So we'll see if I stick with it and finish it, and if I get more done, I'll show you next time.
It's crazy. She showed it to me, and I'm like, yeah. I don't see the extra colors.
I've done 300 stitches, and there's 6 different colors in it, but they're all shades of white or gray.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
It looks like a blob of white on
like that's white
on white. On white. I think it's 18 count. It's the easy grid with the grid already on it. So I'm enjoying it. We'll see if I stick with it.
All right, we're ready to talk about our giveaway. Yeah, I'm sorry, not a giveaway.
We can say giveaway. Okay. They just can't.
You can't say giveaway.
Do you have one for next time?
You know what? I don't think I do. I have some others, but they're
we could do a surprise giveaway.
They're older. I mean, they're not older. They're for like I'm actually going to do this one. Hooray for the USA. I know somebody, Stephanie, the other Stephanie, that might want this one. I love Lizzie Kate. Again, it's just it's just a little snippet. It's not very big, but that, and maybe I'll go ahead and kit it up because I don't think it's got very many
no,
colors.
It's only got 4 colors.
That'll be the giveaway. Say hooray for the USA on the comments to be entered into it. And I'll go ahead and kit it up with the floss. You'll have to get your own fabric.
Right. So yeah, that's really cute. Okay, so our giveaway this week, we had 6 entries. It's the Shakespeare Peddler alphabet.
And you said I want
like
to stitch the alphabet.
And we had 6 entries. I'm doing this on my phone. Hope you can see. There you go. Entered in the order that they commented, and I'm going to hit the the random thingy button.
A random name generator, so everybody's wow, yay!
Yay! Cynthia!
Woohoo! Congratulations!
So, send us I'll put a link to our email. It's actually snarkyquilters@gmail.com. It's easy to find, but I'll put it in the thing. I'll comment on your post on the other video. If you'll send us an email with your address, we'll get that in the mail to you.
We'll get it mailed. Thanks for watching, and yay!
Yay, thanks for winners. Okay, so
one last time, we're about to head out to the annual, there we go,
Fancy Stitches. Sale.
They're open today, which is Sunday. You're going to see this after
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, Monday. After we go, but they're open not tomorrow on Monday, but they're open on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday 10 to 5. And then Saturday and Wednesday 10 to 4. So their sale will end on the 30th.
Yeah, the end of the month.
Yeah.
23rd through the 30th.
Yes. So get out there if you're nearby. Hit their clearance. I'm not sure if the clearance is the 20% off. It doesn't say that. It says
20% off, excluding classes and series.
Right. So I don't know what that means. But you know, the clearance is half off already. So enjoy it. 20% off all the new stuff that they got in. And they do have a lot of new stuff. We keep talking about the clearance closet because it's crazy. And if you needlepoint, they are a needlepoint shop. They do have canvases, and they've got some really cool stuff. So, and they do some stitch alongs and whatnot. So, thanks for joining us. Go to Fancy Stitches. That's where we're headed.
And we are planning on not make you wait a whole month for another video. We live about 2 hours apart.
We do.
So it's hard for us to get together. I'm about to sneeze. You talk.
Bless you. So we're going to see each other again in April, but in between we're going to be short Stephanies or Stephanie shorts.
Individuals by ourselves.
Right. So we'll be able to do those as well. And that'll be fun. And so maybe on the next time that we get together in April, mid-April, around the 12th or the 13th.
Retreat?
Yes, we're going to be at retreat. It's not a cross-stitch retreat. We are working on that, and we're looking at facilities for that. Maybe next summer. I would like to do one this summer, but we may not have time to get it done.
We'll see what we
since we're in the spring already. We'll maybe answer some questions. So if you've got questions, go ahead and comment questions on there. Again,
make suggestions.
Hooray for the USA. Make suggestions. What would you like to see? What do we do? Anything that you want us to talk about in the future. Not that we can't find something, but we want to hear from you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you next time. Bye.